Taurus, if you've been asking what direction should I take, this reading isn't about guessing. It's about clearing confusion, comparing paths, and choosing the direction that actually supports your success and stability. Hi, Taurus. I'm Heather, and this is Dogstar Astrology and Tarot. Welcome to the pack. Today's reading is focused on clarity, specifically clarity that is around your career direction, life choices, and where your energy is meant to go next. This is for those of you who are standing at a crossroads, weighing your options, or feeling pulled in more than one direction. We're going to be working with 9 cards that clearly show where you are now, what's clouding your judgment, and what direction aligns with your long-term success, not just what feels safe or familiar. We're also going to look at the difference between choosing alignment versus choosing from fear, so you can make decisions with confidence rather than second guessing. So take a breath, set an intention, and let's see what the cards reveal. Taurus, one more shuffle here. Okay. So this card here is your current crossroads. Okay, this is your mental fog. This is your inner truth. This one here is your true north. This is your decision point. This is your aligned path. This one here is your misaligned path. This one here is your guided action, and this final card here is your long view outcome. Just making sure everything is in the camera. Okay, so Taurus, your current crossroads. This is where you are standing right now in your career or life direction. So it does look like you have some kind of authority. It's a Queen of Pentacles. You make a pretty good, stable, steady income here, or, or you're surrounded by the comforts of life, for those of you who might not be working. But all your needs are being met, and there's this safety here, and there's some bit of authority because you are a queen, so you do get to make some decisions on your life. So what is the crossroads here? What is the issue with this? And I feel like this is, there's too much feeling of security and comfort, and the crossroad is that you're ready to kind of grow and expand. There's no growth happening. So there's this stagnation, and you're ready and meant for something more. And that's where the crossroads is coming in. And the mental fog that you're having, this is what is currently confusing, overwhelming, or clouding your clarity at the moment. And with the hangman is a card that's about removing yourself. Like, this person is hanging upside down off of the broom, right? This person has put themselves there intentionally. Their arms and feet are bound. And this is representing that you have removed yourself from the situation to try and see it from a different perspective, to get answers, to get more clarity. But this is actually creating mental fog. And why is that? Because the one thing with the hangman is there's no emotional connection to it. You're removing yourself, so you're losing that emotional connection. And that is what's creating the confusion. This is what is clouding your clarity, is because for you to find your next place to go, where you want to go, how you want to move in your life direction or your career, you need to emotionally connect with it. That's how you're going to find what it is that you want. So perhaps you haven't been listening to your emotions and your intuition. Instead, you've been trying to you've been trying to approach it from a more logical standpoint where, I don't want to cloud my decisions with my emotions, but you actually, in doing so, you are creating more mental fog for yourself. I hope that's making sense. Now, your inner truth. This is what you already know but haven't fully trusted or claimed yet. And you have the High Priestess. You are not trusting your intuition. You are not trusting that higher wisdom that comes from when we connect to that divine self inside of ourselves. And that is what you need to be doing, Taurus. You need to be trusting that and connecting with that energy, because that is what's going to let you know what your true purpose is, what your true path is, and the next stages and steps in order to open the doors and the floodgates to abundance and opportunity coming in for you. Now, the next card here is our true north. This is the direction that is most aligned with your purpose and long-term success. And you have the Empress. This is a wonderful energy, a very optimistic energy. This is about planting seeds, nurturing them, letting them grow into their fullest potential, but also having the patience to let them grow into their full potential. Taurus, you are a sign that has patience. So you've got that side covered. But your direction that you're most aligned with your purpose and long-term success is one of, again, planting seeds and nurturing them. So working on projects that where you are starting it from the ground up, where you get to see it through to the end. That is something, so whatever that means for you in whatever kind of career you are in, but it's building something, it's nurturing it, seeing it through, letting it grow. So that can actually be, products, but that can even be people as well. And it can actually be money. So how that could play out in terms of money, that's like taking an investment, starting an investment and watching it grow and letting it grow until it reaches its full potential. If you're doing the stock markets and then you're selling it and then you're reinvesting and that kind of thing. When it comes to people, this is, you know, working in HR or working in helping people find their fit in jobs, working in social services, psychology. There's so many different ways that you can work with people where you are, taking them at the state they're in now and then building them up. And that could even be in the healthcare field as well. But you are nurturing something or someone to and letting it grow and evolve into its full potential. And so that can be so many different things there. And then the decision point. This is the choice, the fork in the road, or commitment is asking for clarity right now. So what is it? It's judgment here. So what choice you have? Judgment is about realigning on to your path, to your purpose, your soul's calling. It's a second chance, a do-over, and having clarity on that. And that's the decision point you're at right now. This is the choice and decision that you're making. This is your fork in the road. And this is what is asking for clarity, is really using that high priestess energy to connect with what you intuitively know is going to align with your purpose. And just remember, don't forget that true north direction in that. So you're at the point right now, Taurus, where you have to make a decision or a choice. It's like, poop or get off the pot. And yeah. Now, the next card here, this is your aligned path. And this is what happens if you choose the path that is aligned with your truth. You got a very interesting card. I am going to pull a clarifier because you got the Seven of Swords. Usually this is seen as theft, betrayal, but it can also be keeping secrets. Um, and I feel like what this actually is, it's stealing back your power because it can also represent taking back your power. When we look at the Seven of Swords, we see this person, with these seven swords in their hand. And, we see them an open window here. But the question always becomes, like, there's two ways that you can look at this. Generally, we see this thief in the night sneaking in and stealing the swords. But what if they're sneaking in to reclaim what was taken from them? And that is what I feel and how this is what happens if you choose the path that is aligned with your truth. And that's how in this type of a reading, this is interpreted. This is you taking back what is yours, you know, what you feel aligned with. It's taking back yourself. And you have the Nine of Cups. Yeah. And that is definitely how I'm going to interpret that in this situation, is that you are taking back your power because you have the Nine of Cups here, taking back your hope, your faith, your belief in yourself. The Nine of Cups is the wish fulfillment card, and it's a card of happiness. And that's what's been stolen from you, and this is what you are taking back. Now, this next card is your misaligned path. So, what happens if you choose your next direction based on fear, pressure, or habit? You have the Ace of Swords. So, the Ace of Swords can represent clarity, information coming in, and ideas. Um, so, what I'm seeing as it being part of a misaligned path, because this is mental energy, this is our thoughts, our mind, our communication, and it's an ace, so it's the very beginning, whereas a 10 is a completion of an energy cycle. This is brand new energy. I feel like there's overthinking, and it's like you're staying. What happens if you are misaligned? If you choose based on fear, pressure, or habit, then you get stuck in that energy that I mentioned with that hanged man, where all of your decisions are based on logic and reason rather than being connected to your emotions, your intuition, and that soul purpose. So you will continue down a path where you don't feel connected, and there you don't feel like you're following your purpose. And this next card is your guided action. This is the practical steps that bring immediate clarity or momentum this month, and it is the Four of Wands. One of it is celebrating your wins and being grateful for the wins as they appear and come in, but also the support of your friends and family. Ask around, like, ask people, when you think about me, what what do you see? What are my strengths? What are my qualities? What are my skills that you see that I have that could be of value to other people? Ask those things. That's a practical step you can act that you can do for immediate clarity and momentum this month is ask the people that are closest to you about yourself and how they see you and view you. And it just might snap you out of this being stuck in your mind and that logic and reason and let you, see the things that not only that others see, but allow you to reconnect with that intuition and emotion. Now, the long view outcome. This is how this direction shapes your career, your stability, and fulfillment long term. And you have the Two of Cups. And this is a very nice energy. This is usually two people coming together to and uplifting each other. This can represent a next stage in a relationship. But in this kind of in a reading, this is talking about it's an improvement to your relationship to yourself, but also how you can be of value to other people and bring value to other people's lives. So it's not just about you anymore, it becomes the community around you and helping them as well. So that is what I have for you, Taurus. As you leave this reading, reflect on the differences between the aligned path and the misaligned one. Clarity isn't about having every answer, it's about choosing the direction that feels grounded, honest, and sustainable. Trust your inner compass. Direction becomes clear once you commit to alignment. Thank you for running with the pack, and I will see you in the next reading.